Hello, welcome to Gothmother's Closet, Gothmother's reselling adventure. And I thought I'd give you a little catch-up with fries. No. So I'm at one of my storage units. I have another much bigger one downstairs. Actually, it looks really horrifically messy in the background, but it is stacked and stuff. I know what's going on. So yeah, I haven't made an update in a very long time, and I'm trying not to show where I am because I don't think the storage unit place likes that. And I'm not going to talk too long today because I do know there are people in the building trying to work, and I also think we're probably not allowed to do videos here. Really, I can't imagine that we are. So I just want to give you an update on how things are going on my eBay store. eBay and Poshmark. Well, first of all, if you like anything I have to say, please like. If you don't like it, don't like it. And also share and subscribe, of course, to my YouTube channel. As you see, I don't do a lot of videos. I try to only come on when I feel like it's relevant. It's been a month or two, I think. I've been doing videos on my other channel. So yeah. One person, 4,000 businesses, right? So I wanted to hop on today because things are going well on my eBay store. I think I have 16 sales now, which is still like not a lot since I've had that store for quite some time. But I made a couple of mistakes and things. So I want to tell you about some of these things that have happened. So I had the beginner's store for a while, like for a year or whatever, and then I started listing more and more and more, and I wasn't paying attention, and I didn't realize I'd listed way beyond my quota. So I got snagged with something like $34 in listing fees. So I'm like, oh, can't have that. So I upgraded to the next level of store. So I think I get 1,000 listings a month with that store. I'm unclear, but I'm not at 1,000 yet on eBay. On Poshmark, I'm at about 1,400 or 1,500 now, because that's where I started and that's where all my energy was for the longest time. But I want to share about how things are going So let me turn this around. So today I'm going to be listing records, and I found a good way to do that yesterday. I had 2 huge boxes of records. So yesterday I got through a box, and then today it'll be this box of records, lots of records. So what I found that works for me is I have this little table set up at the storage unit. It's just one of those plain old, tables I've been using to vend at conventions for 20 years or whatever. So I set up this tripod that's a standing tripod. You see its feet. And then I still am using my phone for my camera because I don't have $600 for a real camera. And one day I'll find my Canon amongst all my stuff. And that one has an SD card, but I'm not sure if it's compatible with what's happening in the world now either, because I got that camera like 25 years ago or so. Anyways, so I just use my phone. So I put it in here, then I point it down. And yesterday I did 71 records. And so you'll see on this piece of paper, I've made the marks where I lay the records down. So this box of records has all these big giant records that have a lot of records in them, so hopefully things will go faster today. So I just line up the records in the lines, and then I just sit in this chair and I just click the phone from here. I go click, click, click. So I pull out, so I'll do front and back, and then I'll pull out the record, and I'll do front and back of the record, and that's it. If there's stuff inside the record, libretto, or it's a lot of classical stuff. It's all my parents' collection I've been doing. So yesterday was all Finnish folk songs, Finnish music, a few operas and stuff. And today, I haven't really looked at it yet, but it looks like a lot of operas. My mom was a huge opera buff. And although we sold most of the things in the estate sale a couple of years ago, I did pull back a few of the records just to see what they might do on eBay. But yeah, they had thousands of records, but I only kept a couple hundred. So yesterday when I went through it, I managed to do, using that system, I was able to photograph 71 records in about 2 hours, which I thought was pretty good for me because I'm not a professional at anything. We're all trying our new strategies, but that strategy worked really well for me. I was very pleased, with the lining up. And then, so I don't turn the ring light on because the first couple albums I did yesterday, the ring light just shines too hard on the record itself, so you can't see the quality. I don't know if people can tell the quality, but I bet professional record. And I know since these are all my parents' records, they're all in excellent condition because they took really good care of their stuff and also hardly used it. So I know it's a collection that's not really been used. So I don't feel bad about, what I might be listing these records. So then this morning I went over to List Easier and I made a template in their batches. And since I watch the List Easier podcast every day at noon, I was with Josh, one of the people who is the founders, and they're all Canadian, so I like to support the Canadian stuff as much as I can. So I get tips and tricks from his lunchtime talks, and they talk about all kinds of things, but I'm always mostly interested in stuff about List Easier, how to use it, what's the best strategies and stuff. So with them, they have a whole List Easier records department. They're listing thousands of records and apparently are doing well. And he lists them all at $30. So in my template yesterday, I did put down that I wanted everything to cost $30, but for some reason the template didn't take the price. But it did receive everything else. So that was yay. So this morning, it took me about 2 hours to go through the 71 listings because I had to comp every single one because I don't have a clue what these classical records are worth. But at the end of the day, I did put them all at 30. However, I'm super open to, I'm always open to offers. And so it took about 2 hours to list them on List Easier. Then I used my cross lister from Prime Lister and popped them over onto Poshmark, and that took about an hour. So I have to say, I did 71 records with photographing, List Easier, and Prime Lister cross lister is about 5 hours total. And let me tell you, I love the computer gods. Because last year, I just kept staring at these records, I don't even know where to begin. And it would have taken me 71 hours for sure to list these as myself without all these props with the AI and stuff. So List Easier in the batches is amazing. It works really, really well now. I know I had earlier videos where I was struggling with the batches, but they keep doing updates and things are running very smoothly on the List Easier batches department. However, the Flex I am not happy with, so I tried not to use it. I just used it last week for about 30 items and it was so tedious. It's I could have done this by myself probably faster, but I wanted to give it a chance. And I find it's hard because sometimes I can't click all the pictures in one listing. I have to click each one individually. And if you're dealing with 500 pictures, that really sucks. And then it doesn't always recognize. I was just doing toys. And so with my toys stuff, I was trying to do it on Flex and it was just so fucked up and it's hard to even explain. So I moved the toy stuff, even though they're all different toys, over to batches, and it did work better, but it still was clunky because every toy was different. There's 3 puzzles, 4 balls, but a bag of marbles, and so but I did get, so I did end up, I'm just doing the batches thing, fuck it. And so I did. And, but yeah, so Flex, and I see in his lunchtime podcast things, live talking things. Other people are having difficulty with Flex as well. So it's not just me being an idiot. It's not doing quite what we all think it should like just do automatically. And the team seems to be a little reluctant to work on the Flex because they like the batches. And they're, you know, there's only like 3 or 4 of them, I think, and only one of them actually, I think only 1 or 2 of them actually are the techie people. So yeah, everything takes time and it's still a new product, but they're working on it all the time. And so that's good. So yeah, I still recommend List Easier for batches, amazing stuff. So try to do everything the same in one go. Even if it's only 4 things, it's like, boom, 4 minutes, you know. It's so much faster and it's so much more accurate, because I know a few months ago I was complaining how the batches weren't accurate and it was misnaming books and stuff, but every update is better and better. Like with my records this morning, there was no problem. There was not one mistake or mislabeling or anything. Everything came out as it should. And so that was great. And then on the prime lister, cross lister, over to Poshmark, that was easy squeezy. You know, because when you cross list, you always have to tinker with a few things. So that took about an hour to do the 71 listings. So yeah, so it's 5 hours for 71 records. Cool stuff. So I hope I can do that again today. I don't know if there's that many. It's probably more. I don't know. It's a huge box, but it seems like a lot of these are they're in sets and kits. So see, they're beautiful shape. So yeah, so that's my little catch up with you, just sharing information that don't be afraid of the new AI tools. I know there's lots of different AI tools for listing now, and everyone will have their favorites and their preferences and their price points. And for me, I do the List Easier pay-as-you-go plan. So it's like $15 US, so which works out to about $22 or $23 Canadian for 100 listings. Although when you use Flex, it eats up listings. Like that day I was trying to do the Flex and then went to batches. Like Flex ate up a pile of the listings. Because it just, anyways, it's hard to explain unless you try it. Yes. I didn't bother the guys with hey, can I be refunded for those 20 things at 8? I just figure it's my own learning curve. But if it keeps happening, I'll complain. But I'm not going to complain too hard about that, because the other things are working really well. And so, yeah, so don't be afraid. Try the tools. I did try last week as well. I did go on eBay to see how their AI bulk thinks. They keep emailing me, use our bulk listing, but I don't understand how their bulk listing works, and it's not the magic of List Easier. List Easier, yeah. Input 500 pictures, decide how many, you know, if you're like when I first used List Easier, I was a little more anal, or whatever the word is. I'd do exactly like 10 pictures per listing or whatever. Then you can just click a thing where it says every 10 pictures is a listing. But now I just do the start here, go there, start, because I don't want to be counting when I'm photographing, and some things need more pictures than others. So for me, and it's gotten so quick and easy just to do the click on the batch side too, that it's fine. All right, so everyone have a fantastic day. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And tell me about your tools that you're using. Are you using List Easier? Or are you using some of the other AI tools that are new? Or maybe they're old and I just don't know what's happening. Don't forget, in Canada, we don't have the same tools that you in the States have, which is probably what started these guys making List Easier, because we don't have the same access and the same abilities. So, you know, we have to do what works in Canada for us. But my eBay store, Gothmother's Closet, has international shipping. I've been shipping to the States, and I think I did one to Ireland. And yeah, so if you like these records, I have, yeah, like the 71 records, and then I have I just keep posting more and more of the books, a bazillion Mad magazines, National Lampoons, Fangoria, Gore Zone, all these, all these crazy magazines, comic books, and so on. So yeah, you see anything on eBay or Poshmark, make me an offer, because I run on the make me an offer thing. I'll put down a price thinking someone's gonna make me an offer. And if it's a good offer, I'll take it. But if you're just being silly, I'll just be like, nah, I might not even answer you. You know how it is. Anyways, have a great day. And yeah, take care, everyone. Bye.